Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Alright, hey everybody, happy Sunday. And happy 69th birthday to, I'm gonna have to say, probably one of my favorite guitar player, Rik Emmett of Triumph. Yes, Rik Emmett of Triumph. Who's now technically or officially retired, but I still see him doing the odd gig here and there, sort of. Anyways, yeah, cheers to Mr. Rik Emmett with my true Canadian cup that I'm drinking out of here. Cheers, and cheers to all of you for getting through all the mess of that we've had to live with for the last few years and winter, and now it's summer. So it's everything's better now, right? Everything's better. Barbecues, sun, heat, that kind of thing. Cool. Get to walk outside without having 10 coats on, yes. It wasn't that long ago, though. It was cold. It was cold not too long ago. Anyhow, show off the guitar. Rik Emmett. If you watch my shows, which I'm into, like I'm getting close to 120 now. I grew up listening to Triumph in West End of Toronto. Always on the radio stations. We had some great radio stations. Q107, of course, still going strong. But Chum FM was a station that when I was growing up, learning my guitar skills, not having albums to buy because we didn't have any money to afford to buy albums. And when you buy albums, maybe you only wanted one song, so you didn't buy the album because you saved it for other songs. And I used to buy a lot of live albums and greatest hits. Well, really mostly live albums because I like to hear exactly what the guy was doing. And even though we know some of those things were doctored and overdubbed later, but at least it was a different version of the song you always heard on the radio, which was really cool about live albums. So always bought those. Plus, I wanted the compilation of all the songs so I could learn them in the cheapest amount of money, because you wanted to buy one album and learn all the songs from a band, or most of the popular ones, which is fine on a live album. But and Triumph had, of course, stages live, and this song that I just played is probably, for Triumph fans and Rik Emmett fans, is probably the song. It's called Blinding Lights Show. It's off the first album. And it was a showpiece probably for Triumph's entire career, because Rik wrote that song in a band called Act 3 with Denton Young from Zon and Chris Brockway, bass player. A three-piece band. It was the band that actually Gil and Mike saw him play in and hired him for Triumph. And that Blinding Lights Show, I would have to arguably say it was probably in every live show that Triumph ever played after that, because that was like the showpiece song. But if you ask people who just know the hits like Fight the Good Fight and Magic Power and all those songs, they probably never even heard of the Blinding Lights Show. And that's about fans, and fans of guitars. I posted a picture of Rik and two of my friends, Scott Little, who used to own the Double Neck, the artist, and Jeff Scott, who owns, I think, several Ibanez Artist double necks. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, but they knew that song right away, and it was from a picture of Rik Emmett sitting there. And here's a guy who can play fingerstyle classical on a 12-string electric double neck. Try that at home, or don't try that at home. But anyhow, just ran the gamut of guitar, Rik Emmett. He played all styles. If you listen to Just the Game album, which is my favorite, probably my favorite Triumph album. Next to Progressions of Power, which is a very unsung hero album, which has some amazing songs on it, but not many people know the songs. But if you're looking for some essential Rik Emmett listening, listen to those two albums, especially Just the Game. Why do I keep saying Just the Game? Just a Game. um, just the styles that are on there. There's always they always had an acoustic number for Rick, and on that album it was Fantasy Serenade. And but one song that is in the Triumph catalog that's one of the best songs, and it just shows his whole what Rik Emmett is a song called Suitcase Blues, which is really a jazz-based hollow body song, and still plays it to this day, I believe. But just incredible, player, and messed me up big time as a lot of other guys. I have a lot of people who know Rick or know his guitars, like Scott Little. Feel free to add a story at the bottom of this and comment if you're commenting on Facebook or YouTube or anything else. Feel free to comment, because you guys knew him. I never got to meet him. I hung out at the music store that he frequented because he was just up the street from his house. It's called Music City. Told this story many times, how I'd walk into Music City and John McNaught, who is good friends with Rick, oh, you just missed him. He just left. Or, oh, he's just here. And then he had a meet and greet one day where, I don't know why I couldn't make it, but I just got there. It was like from, 4 to 6 or something like that at the store, some clinic or something that he was doing. And I got there like 6:10 because I was running late or something like that. And, oh, you just missed him. And you could just tell that the crowd was just thinning out and the guitars were there. The amps were still sitting there. And I was like, oh, man. But I got to play his Framus Ackerman guitar in that store. It was hanging on the wall. Well, one of them anyways. He had several, but one of them was hanging on the wall, and that's why I own this guitar. I've told this story before. This Epiphone ES limited edition has the limited edition sticker on the back, guys. So it is collectible if you're into Epiphones. And it has the Les Paul thickness, kind of like the Framus Ackerman, and Framus Ackerman only has one F hole, which was very cool. But this one always has two. This is actually an actual hollow guitar. If you look at the back, there's no control cavities for stuff. It's a real hollow. Yeah, I got to play that guitar. Wow. It was a little hard to play from what I could hear, but I was just a kid then and really not too developed as a player, and I remember it was fairly, probably had 11s or 12s on it, so it was a little hard to get a sound out of, and I would just hold it was great. Just to hold it. And I saw a few things at that store. I saw his Deans arrive. I saw one of his Dean V's arrive there. And every once in a while you'd see something hanging. Never saw the double necks hanging up on the wall. But anyways, maybe someday I'll get to meet Rik Emmett. I had a chance to go to the Fan Fest. Didn't go. Yeah, I'm stupid. All you guys went, didn't you? Yes. Scott even had some of his guitars there, because Scott Little actually owns a Framus Ackerman, and you can give me the specs on it. You can comment on the specs. But anybody who has a great Rick story, Dave Dickinson, who worked for Rick, had a lot, who's also on this feed in my group of Rick worshippers, Triumph fans. Anyhow, happy birthday, Rick. You're an inspiration to all of us. You're an amazing guitar player. We forgive you for leaving Triumph and ruining our dreams of having no. Everything's good. Everything's good for how we feel about Triumph. And yes, they probably won't play again, but a lot of bands aren't going to play again. So we'll just enjoy the videos, enjoy the music, enjoy listening to you play. Okay. Anyway, switching gears. Lots of stuff going on these days in our world. So lots of live music. My son Jacob has got dates all over the place. If you guys are following Jacob's career, just to let you know, some of the dates that we play, that we have three types of dates that we played with Jacob. We have our acoustic bar gigs, which I accompany him, and we play a bunch of great songs. We just added a whole bunch of new covers. Some Whitesnake and Bon Jovi. We try and do stuff that the acoustic guys don't always do, and it's a lot of energy. So come out and see us play. We do a lot of gigs in the Niagara area because his manager's from Niagara and he's got a lot of connections there. So we play a lot of gigs in the Niagara area. But we're going to try and play some more a little bit further north, maybe Toronto. We got some Toronto dates tentatively coming up, and a date in Burlington coming up. No actual dates yet. I don't know why. But and lots of stuff in Niagara. If you're in the Niagara region in the summertime, check the calendar. Because the acoustic dates are pretty cool. We still play a lot of his original stuff in the acoustic gigs. Then we're doing some songwriter showcases coming up in August at the Rope Factory, Jamie's Bar. Thank you. That was Jacob's first gig. So we're gonna go back there and play a songwriting showcase, as well as we have full band gigs next Friday. If you're in the area of Brantford, Ontario, we're playing the Polish Hall in Brantford. Jacob will be making an appearance to play some songs. It's actually a gig for my band, Bridge on Fire. We are a classic rock band that plays Van Halen, Deep Purple, Journey, and we're just trying. And our new singer is going to be in place, Brad Wetham, sounding great. Had rehearsal last night. Come on out. We're doing lots of music on that night, and it's early for us older people. It's 7 p.m. We're going to be on stage, and we'll be off by 11. Why? Because the Polish Hall's in a residential area. They don't play too loud. And we're getting old. We can't stay up till 2 anymore, can we? Happy summer, everybody. Happy barbecue. Happy everything else, because it's pretty cool to be in the summertime. Oh, before I leave you, this is sitting on my workbench right beside me here. This is it. It's another FR65. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do own more, and this one was very cheap with lots of parts missing. As you can see, we are putting parts as we speak. We're assembling this guitar. So anyways, if anyone knows how to cut plastic control cavities, let me know, because I'm missing this cover. Anyhow, have a great weekend. Happy birthday, Rick. Happy Ackerman to everybody out there. Take it easy. Bye-bye.